Okay, let's look at a possible solution for the test your learning one problem. Okay, so we need to ask for the integer. So that seems straightforward enough. Let's say number will be input, and we're gonna follow what is written there. Enter an integer, and of course we need to convert that to an actual number because it is currently a string. Okay, and we'll convert it to an int. And so we have a number that is usable. Now, let's use the conditional concepts that we learned about to determine if the number is even or odd. So, if int number modulus 2 returns 0, then I know the number is even. So I will print the number is an even number. Okay? Full stop. Great. So we know that an integer, if it's not even, then it has to be odd. So what I can do here, I could say elif int number modulus 2 gives me a remainder of 1, then I know that that number is odd. Okay, is an odd number. Okay, great. So currently I will notice that I should put a number here. So let me finish this print statement. So that format int number. Of course, I could also have used just number, but I will use int number. Okay, so that format int number. Okay. All right. So what happens if the user entered something else? Well, I could simply say else print you did not enter an integer value. Please try again. Okay, so let's test this out. Enter an integer, let's say 5. 5 is an odd number. Let's try an even number. Let's say 8. 8 is an even number. And let's try something that is not an integer. Let's say 4.5. Okay, so notice if I use 4.5, then Python will complain and say you're trying to convert 4.5 to an integer, which is not possible. Okay, so let's try again. Let's enter high, and notice that will also be an error. Okay, so we have this else here just in case we have some invalid entry. Okay, but luckily for us, Python has caught those. Okay, so in reality we don't really need this because Python will check that what we're converting is actually an integer. Okay, so we're gonna have the if, we're gonna have the elif, and so this will get the job done. Alright, let's try again. -4. Let's try again. -21. Oh, over here. -21. And it works. Now, another option to solve this problem is to simply have an if followed by an else. Okay? So we could easily have done, let me comment this. We could easily have done this. Else print the number is odd. Alright? Because we know that an integer is either odd or even. Alright? So you might have done it this way. You might have seen people do it this way. But I personally like this first approach because it explicitly tells you what we are doing. Okay, great. So this is a solution, one of the possible solutions for the Test Your Learning 1. In the next video, we will look at the problem for Test Your Learning 2. See you then.